2021 conference virtual summit, which we are producing January 20th and 21st. Get it, 2021. So hopefully we can get everybody at that event too. But got some really great conversations happening there. But on today's episode of TechStrong TV, we start out strong with an interview between Alan and Paul Kurtz of the Cloud Security Alliance. And Cloud Security Alliance recently published a white paper that's based on cloud-based intelligent ecosystems. Paul Kurtz is a CSA board member, and he's also a former national cyber official. And so he and Alan talk about basically what's in the white paper and what it means for IT in general, especially when we're talking about cloud-based intelligent ecosystems. Serious implications there for IT. So that's a really great conversation. I encourage you to take a listen to that one. Next up, he has a conversation with Harpreet Singh, who is the co-founder and co-CEO at Launchable Inc. Now, Harpreet and Kosuke Kawaguchi are going to be speaking at Predict 2021 next week, and they're going to be talking on the future of software testing. But in this conversation, Alan and Harpreet talk about the progress of Launchable Inc. Now, I'm not sure if you remember, but Harpreet is formerly with Atlassian and CloudBees, and Launchable is a test automation platform that helps organizations run the right tests at the right time to dramatically reduce test cycle times in general. So Harpreet and Alan have a talk about what's going on with Launchable and where they see the market heading in 2021. So good stuff. After that, we have a Something Old segment, the most popular episode of the CISO Talk segment. This is a really, really good one, and with good reason that it is the most popular episode, because the topic is on diversity in security and cyber. That is going to be a huge topic this year. I can already tell from the number of organizations that are banging the drum, including our own. So this discussion that Alan and Mitch have with Matt Newfield of Unisys, Olivia Rose of MailChimp, Heather Ricciuto of IBM Security, and Larry Whiteside of ICMCP, as well as Julian Watts of Devo. The conversation that they have on diversity in security and cyber is definitely one worth checking out. It's very, very illuminating, and hopefully offers some food for thought if your organization has even had any questions regarding its diversity efforts. So yeah, definitely give this one a watch. After that, I come on and do my headlines for Thursday, and lots of really interesting stories on the site, so check that out. And then I have a conversation with Saket Modi, who is from a company called Lucidius, and they just rolled out an offering called Safe Me. It is, they call it a one-of-a-kind app that is directed for both consumers and enterprises to measure, quantify, and visualize their security risk posture. Really cool stuff. Definitely worth checking out. And Saket talks a lot about what was the impetus behind the technology and how it can protect both consumers and organizations alike. After that conversation, I then speak with Kelvin Coleman, who is the director of the National Cybersecurity Alliance. He and I have kind of a multi-pronged conversation regarding COVID-19, the pandemic, and its impact on the security landscape at large. And we could not have had a conversation without discussing the recent events at the Capitol with the rioters and the subsequent theft of a lot, well, I don't know if it was a lot, but a certain amount of government property, devices, and data that were taken by the rioters, and what that might mean for federal security and state security in general. So definitely a conversation worth listening to, and hopefully it'll kind of expand your mind a little bit about really how egregious contagious and how how wide-reaching the riots last week really have on the impact on national cybersecurity in general. After that, I'll come back on with a preview of the webinars coming up for DevOps.com, Security Boulevard, and Container Journal. Lots of good ones coming up, and we have lots of good ones on demand too. So, and then finally, we have a conversation between Mike Vizard and Mountaintop Data CEO Sky Cassidy. They have an interesting conversation about some of the challenges that IT organizations face as they look to embrace best data ops processes. And that's kind of a different take on a lot of the regular conversations we have about best practices. Data ops normally isn't one of
2001